So I'm gonna hit record. We're gonna have so much fun. I don't know where the fuck everyone is, but I want you to grab onto your mini band.
Like the long red.
No, like the little teeny one.
Oh, the little green or blue?
I would do green if I was you, but blue is fine as well. Whatever you have, honestly. I was, I don't know, talking to a couple like people who are seeing physical therapists, and I just like wanted to go through and explain like why I don't think clamshells are like the best exercise ever, even if you think that like your glutes are weak, because a lot of us already have a ton of external rotation. And we want to be able to move at the pelvis, right? As well as get the glutes on. And you need internal rotation and external rotation, right? And so this is like a clamshell on steroids because it's going to give you like the hip shifting and the external and internal rotation. So we're going to lie down on your side and you're going to start on your left side. And just like we would do if we were doing just like, oh, a breathing exercise, an ass and abs, I'm going to have my feet on the wall and I'm going to have my knees bent like this. So I just like I'm laying on my shoe. You could lay on a block or lay on nothing, just lying on your side. My feet are on the wall and I'm just lying on my left side.
Is the band above your knees or below your knees?
Above.
Oh, okay. I can't tell with your black pants.
Now, Michelle, do you see how like I would be, your whole back is towards the wall. You just want your ass towards the wall. Yeah, perfect. You're a quick study. Some people take a little bit longer to get there. Okay, so my feet are on the wall. I'm lying on my side. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna do your hip shift just like you would do. So grab a mini band, Katie. This top right knee is gonna shift forward, okay? Now, top right knee shifts forward, and then I'm gonna bridge that right knee up into the band. In order to do that, I shifted the right side of the pelvis forward. I'm lifting the knee up, but I am keeping contact with my big toe mound on the wall. Don't roll to the outside of your foot. Now, I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna pull my hip back. It seems like everyone is coming on just late. So then drop the knee down. It's like a big ass rectangle. Reach the right knee forward. Push up into the band with the big toe pressing into the wall. Inhale, pull the right hip back. Exhale, drop it down. Reach forward with your right knee, hip shift. Up with the right knee, big toe down. Pull back with the right hip. Inhale and drop the knee down. I want you to do that 6 times. Reach the right knee forward. Press up without losing contact with your big toe mound. Pull back. Inhale and exhale, drop that knee down. Tell me what you feel.
The outside of my quad, the outside of my leg.
Do you feel your ass at all?
A little bit.
Is your heel on the wall the whole time?
Yes.
And both feet are on the wall?
Yes.
Okay. So think about getting that side body lifted up off the ground. Think about reaching really forward so that if you were to look at my knees, you would see that my right knee is so far forward of my left. So I've opened up through the backside, and then I'm driving up with my big toe pushing into the wall. And then I'm pulling back on the inhale, still pressing up, and then drop.
I feel it when I pull back.
Okay. So you have to be able to get your glutes on in a lengthened position, and you need to have both like access to internal and external rotation. Okay. So I was just talking through why clamshells are a shitty exercise for your like ass and most women don't actually need more external rotation, okay? So this is just a good example of getting both internal and external rotation. So I'm gonna talk you guys through, because a bunch of you guys jumped on, I'm gonna do the other side, okay? So here I am, lying on my side. Head here, both knees pulled up into the chest. Feet on the wall. Notice the difference between the sides too. Look, so here I am. See how my little rainbow underneath the side of my body? I'm here. I want to take my feet on the wall and I'm going to reach my left knee forward. Okay, that's a hip shift, like in ass and abs. Shift. My heel's heavy on the wall. I'm opening up the backside of my pelvis. Big toe pushes down into the wall. How far can you open that knee with your big toe into the wall? Inhale, pull back, still pressing against the band. And drop the knee in. Reach it forward. Big toe on the wall, heel heavy. Open it up. Don't roll anywhere else. So the big toe is still on the wall. Keep driving it up. Rotate the hip back. Drop down and reach it forward. Okay, you're always pressing out as you pull back. Do you feel your butt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you feel that there was potentially a difference between one side and the other side, and maybe related back to your feet, right? The side that's more supinated is probably going to have a harder time accessing that glute because it's all connected, okay? What we're going to do from there is get rid of the band. You're going to lie down on your back and you're going to dig your heels 90 degrees into a couch or a bench. Okay. All we're going to do is practice breathing, basically emptying from the bottom and go into a bridge. So we'll do 5 breaths, then 12 bridges. And you can do 3 breaths. That's totally fine. So say I'm here. I dig my heels in. I'm at a 90-degree angle. Okay. When I dig my heels in, I want to be able to reach my knees up towards the ceiling at the same time, okay? So I'm at 90 degrees, heels are digging in, knees are reaching towards the ceiling. That kind of like rounded through my low back, right? Reach your arms up towards the ceiling or reach your arms up overhead, but think about your ribs moving backwards, okay? Inhale into your back, exhale, empty from the bottom. Pause at the end of the exhale, inhale again. Imagine filling your whole backside with air. Exhale, hip bones drop towards each other. Get all the air out, rib cage moves back. Inhale again. Now, take your elbows down to the ground and inhale, bridge up, exhale down. Inhale, bridge up, exhale down. Still kind of reaching the knees towards the ceiling. You're going to do 12 of them. Bridging up and lowering down. Digging those heels in, reaching the knees towards the ceiling and lowering down. Good, Ain, if you're gonna reach overhead, I need you to get your ribs down more and turn your palms in towards your face more, okay? Don't just go overhead because you can, because I know that you actually can't without faking it. So reach it up towards the ceiling again. Okay, now exhale, empty from the bottom, get your ribs all the way down, and then let your arms pull overhead a little bit. Now, flip yourself over. You're gonna stick your hands on your heels underneath the couch, underneath the table, underneath the bench, and we're gonna get the abs on in a lengthened position, which just means that we're gonna take a big long inhale and a big long exhale at both positions. Okay, so if I take my knees down on the ground, I have my heels digging in underneath my bench. This makes it super easy to get my hamstrings on, okay? You'll see me sometimes do it with like a ball or like a band as well. If I'm here and I push the ground away, I'm gonna take a big inhale. Then I'm gonna take a long exhale from the bottom. Walk out, walk out, walk out as far as I can. Push through the index finger and the thumb, wrap around the shoulder blades. Make sure your chin is lifted. Take an inhale. Take an exhale, empty from the bottom. Walk it back, inhale, exhale. Walk it out. Push through the index finger and the thumb, wrap around, keep your sternum up, dig into the bench, inhale. Long exhale, empty from the bottom. Long exhale. Walk it back, inhale, exhale. I want you to do that 6 times, nice and slow, nice long inhale, nice long exhale from the bottom up. Good. Do you feel your abs?
Yep.
Okay. If you don't, it's because you're not exhaling long enough, or you're not pushing through the arms, through the index finger, the thumb, through the outer edge of the hand. You need to wrap around.
Woo.
Now, you're gonna lie down on your back. You're gonna hold on to either a lightweight or a yoga block, and I'm gonna have a bunch of different options. All right, so if I am kind of tight in my upper back, newly postpartum, all I wanna do is like this, grab my weight, inhale, rock back, exhale, and inhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Okay, notice how like if my knees are pulled into my chest, I can't rib flare to reach overhead. I'm gonna get a lot of space through back here. If you want to try something more challenging, you're gonna do this, but you're gonna sit to stand as you do it. So it looks like this. I would grab a heavier weight, a medicine ball, inhale, exhale, jump, sit back down, inhale, exhale, jump, sit back down. Okay? Regardless of the version, you're gonna do 10. Good. Inhale. Nice. Good. So this is great for your pelvic floor when you're inhaling back, exhaling forward. We were talking about queefing in the other group.
Oh, lovely.
I was like, you know, that's because your pelvic floor is backwards. It's not something to be proud of if you can do that. Okay, so let's talk about why we want to be breathing better than that. We're gonna do some hoppies. So have options: 30 regular pogo hops, or 15 on one leg, 15 on the other, or you can kind of just like move your arms and just have a little bit of fun, kind of shifting one leg in front of the other. So if I go like this, this is first, I can do 30 here, exhale, 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 nice stack. I can do this, 15 on right, 15 on left, or I can go like this. Woo! Exhale, exhale, exhale. To me, this is the most fun. Like running man. So when you're doing the one leg at a time, just notice the difference between the two sides and be like, can I actually think about my big toe like hitting the ground? Nice, Christine. Good. Bending in the knee the whole time. Yeah, Michelle. Hold on to those boobies. Now, you're gonna come to the wall and you're gonna hold on. We're gonna do co-contractions in a single leg deadlift position. Now, if you know you're one of those people that does not do well when the weight is just on the ball of the foot, then maintain the position of the foot down on the ground. Katie Morgan, I want you to bend your knee a little bit more when you're doing that. And I think this should be something that you practice for sure. I love it when Katie Morgan wears shorts. I see more every time with what's going on. So.
Break the ankles already.
What'd you say?
Just break my ankles already.
Exactly. So take this leg and put it forward, which is my left leg forward. I want you to think in terms of bending at the knee and then lift the heel a little bit. If that doesn't feel good, then don't lift the heel, but definitely be somewhere you can hold on to the wall. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna reach down to the ground with the knee bent, and then you're gonna stand up with the knee bent. You're gonna reach down with the knee bent, and you're gonna stand up with the knee bent. You're pushing your big toe mound, which is this, through the ground. Pushing your big toe mound through the ground. You're allowing that top hip to drop down. Good. Yes. Reach your right hand across, Christine. Yep. Good. Keep the knee bend, pushing through the ball of the foot. Ain, bend your knee forward more.
The standing one?
Yep. Make it super dramatic. Now, hold down there for a second. Reach down towards your toe. Hold right there. Bend your knee more. Reach your arm down towards your toe and drop your left hip down. Now just hold there and push through your big toe knuckle. Now maintain that bend of your knee as you come and stand.
Oh, I hate you.
I know. Bend your knee, drop the hip down. Bend your knee, drop the hip down. Bend your knee, drop the hip down. Push through the ball of the foot as you come up. Good. Do not straighten your leg. Good. Eventually, these are going to become so easy, honestly.
Oh.
I know. Not fun in the beginning. Now, we're going to go hammy drags again, but this time we're going to do it at a longer lever. So if you still use the bench again, you're going to straighten your legs a little bit, right? So it's more like that co-contraction bridge. This time, all you're going to do, same thing, dig the heels in, make sure that it's not like overly tucking, okay? And I want you to just do bridges here. Not a huge range of motion, obviously, but that's going to light up your hamstrings. Just give me 12, okay? Don't let your pelvis be dumping forward and dumping back each time. Just think, push through the heels and up. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. You have lots of hamstrings. You have the proximal, and then you have the distal fibers too. And obviously, hamstrings control the position of the pelvis. So whether you're like sway back when your pelvis is pushed forward and you're clenching on your glutes, or your pelvis is wicked dumb forward, it doesn't fucking matter because you need hamstrings, everybody. And we don't need to be able to like palm the floor, okay? Now, we did our little walkout with the push-up. Okay, I know those are hard. We don't necessarily have to do them again. So start in your bear, step forward, step back. Start in your bear, step forward, step back. Just do 20 of those. Okay, so if I'm here, right here, step and back, and step and back. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale 20 times. And if you want to think about what's happening, I'm expanding on one side and I'm compressing on the other. I'm really pushing through the ground as I go. Drea, how long did it take you to do your hair all nice like that this morning?
No, not long. I have the Dyson, so it's like 2 seconds.
Oh my God. I might need to know what this is. Michelle.
My hair only took 2 seconds too.
Oh yeah, me too. Look. Woo!
Same.
Michelle, reach through. I know I'm jealous of your Ariel hair. Reach through your arm more. Your 90s Ariel hair. Good.
This is a good distraction from my nap training.
Oh, really?
Although he's asleep, so it's fine. But
Yeah. I'm gonna need a distraction later on today before do you feel your abs a little bit? Good. Now, we're gonna go back and we're gonna just do another set of your hops, one more set of the rock and roll, and then we'll get to it, okay? So hopping, choose your version. If I'm gonna go like this, it would be more helpful if I showed you like what my knees look like, but it's always interesting because it's never the knees problem, right? It's always gonna be something to do with the foot or the hip, right? And so sometimes the range of motion that we do or don't have at the pelvis, you look straight down at your knees, are they doing the same thing? Like, are you wicked externally rotating every time you hit the ground, right? So if I'm hopping, like this side's much better and more natural for me. I have better range of motion. My foot can move better. And then on my left, you can see that like this just turns out a little bit more. It's always interesting to just kind of pay attention, right? But I'm getting better because of all the stuff that I do for it. But you wouldn't have to wonder why my left knee would hurt sometimes when I would jump or run because of my alignment, right? Good. And it doesn't mean that you can't do this stuff, right? It just means you have to learn more about your body to pay attention to things, right? Some people might hop a lot better, even if you're hopping on one leg, if there was just a little block between your legs, right? So you're getting that little bit of adduction to be able to do things. So rock back, rock forward. If you want to sit to stand with the weight, go ahead and do that. You could even do a fake medicine ball slam with the weight, okay? So say I was here, inhale, exhale, jump, slam it down. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Okay, we're gonna do 10, or you're just inhaling and reaching up. Good. Perfect. Nice. All right, so you're going to go with a split stance squat, okay? Elise, I'm gonna have you do a regular like goblet style if you don't want to do the split stance squat. So you have options, but it was like a while ago, so I think it will be fine. You're gonna hold on to your weights in either hand, and we're gonna think about how is my left side different than my right side? And what is it that I need to think about for my body to be able to maintain a stacked position, okay? So if you have an Eric's pad, you can put it underneath your knee. I am gonna sit myself up sideways so that you can see me like this. If I have my right foot forward, I am really gonna think about pulling on the heel, lowering straight down, and then driving myself straight up. Now, I could hold on to my weight out in front of me like this, or I could hold two weights and go straight down and straight up. Go straight down and go straight up, okay? I want you thinking about challenging yourself. We are gonna do more than one set of these, so you'll go heavier as you go. Nice and slow down, dragging on the heel, and then coming all the way up. We are doing 10 on each leg. Nice, heel nice and heavy, rotating over that leg, pulling on the heel. Inhale, make sure you can get over that leg that you're working. Yep, so like nose, sternum, knee, big toe, midfoot relaxes down at the bottom position. Nice, Drea. Everybody looks good. Yeah. Now, a lot of times we have a hard time going left. So maybe your torso rotates a little bit with the left-hand side. And inhale down, exhale up. Inhale to pull down, exhale, up. Yep, nice. That looks great, Katie. Morgan. Drag on the heel and straighten through the front leg. Yes. I'm gonna give options. You're gonna either go with a one arm heavy bench press. Feet can go on the wall, feet can go on the ground, or you're gonna roll from a chest press to the first step of the Turkish Get Up. So I'll show you both, all right? If you don't have a bench, then both of them are gonna be from the ground, okay? If you have a bench, what you're gonna do is grab a heavy dumbbell. You're gonna lie on your back with your feet on the wall, which pulls your pelvis underneath you and makes you really strong and not allow you to feel your back. This is option number one. I got my weight. I got my feet on the wall, pulling down, reaching up, inhale and exhale, reach, inhale and exhale. So we're gonna go 10 on each arm heavy, or I'm laying on my back. I do one press, exhale, roll to the first position, inhale, exhale, roll down, inhale, exhale, roll to the forearm, inhale, and exhale. Okay, if you're doing those, you only have to do 6 to 8, and I'd say 6. Good. So let your elbow go a little bit further beyond your body, Ain, as you go down. And then exhale, reach the back of your shoulder blade off of the bench. Good. Yep. Let that stretch happen through the pec. Margaret, you're going to imagine as you roll up that you're really thinking about the shoulder blade reaching so that you're not flaring through your rib cage in that position. Try to yep. Better. Yes. Good. Nice, Katie. Reach, wrist nice and straight. Nice. So we did a split squat, or like a rear foot elevated squat, whatever form of a split squat we did. Now we're going to come in, we're going to sit on our bench, and you're going to think in terms of having either a 5 or a 10 or even a 20-pound weight, because we're going to do a sit to a stand to either a lateral hinge and clean or a lateral chop. Okay, I'm going to break it all down for you. Depending on what you want to feel and how tight the back of your pelvic floor is, moving laterally and hinging is literally the best thing you can do for like your foot and the back of your pelvic floor, like getting the glutes to lengthen. So if I grabbed a moderately heavy weight, I'd be holding onto the weight, sitting back onto my seat with a single leg squat. So I have my left leg down on the ground, I'm rotating over my left side, I go like this, inhale, exhale, inhale, knee pulls into the midline, and then a clean back to the rack position, okay? Inhale, exhale, inhale, knee pulling in and up. Sit, stand, reach, stand. Or if I want to use a really light weight, I would turn my weight so that it's this way, more horizontal. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to stand, and I'm going to chop across my body in that lateral hinge position. This is more abs. Back, lighter weight, more abs. Exhale, more abs and ass. Toes forward, rib cage over pelvis. You're doing 10 on each side.
Ooh.
Or you wasn't listening.
Wait, what?
I wasn't listening. I'm just watching everyone do this. Okay.
So you're gonna sit to stand, and then you're gonna go into a lateral lunge.
I feel like you fucking bitch.
No, I'm not. I'm like, I don't know if decaf coffee's gonna cut it today, folks.
Today's the wrong day to do decaf.
Yeah, no shit. I'm going to reach for a coffee right now because
It's like my mom's in town and she's like, I'm not eating pizza. I'm like, not eating carbs this week. I'm like, why don't you start that the day you go home and not the day that you come here?
yeah, seriously. It's really unfortunate how much our parents' food issues comes into our lives when we don't fucking need it. Feel for your love. Why can't my parents live really close to me so that they can just come and take care of my children?
Roads bad?
Wait, what?
Are the roads actually bad?
Oh, I have no idea. I've been working since early this AM. I have no idea. Probably not.
This looks like rain in our house.
It's probably gonna freeze though. Good. Now, aim, instead of chopping like up high, literally chop by the side of your left knee like you're gonna fucking blow it out. Yep. Now, think about sitting into your left hip, pull your knee into the midline a little bit. Don't just let the seam of your like underwear line lean into the hip so much.
I have no idea.
No, you're doing fine. Good. Pull your knee into the midline just a little bit more on the left when you go to sit. Yeah, that was so much better. Good. Now, we know that Stacy wants everyone to get a fucking suspension trainer so that you have more options to be able to row. Okay. But if you do not, what you're going to do is a one arm row on your bench with the leg extended. So that is option number one. If I'm in this position, I'm going to have one hand on the bench. If my left hand's on the bench, my right leg is down, I'm going to extend through my left leg and I'm going to row and rotate. Right? As I'm on my right leg, I'm rowing with my right arm and I'm going to do 12. Okay. If I have a rings or a suspension trainer, we're going to do a body row, kind of like a couple different options. Looks like this. Say I walk myself really far forward and my feet are touching the wall. I'm gonna let my hips be back. I can breathe into my chest and my back. And I'm gonna row up and I'm gonna let myself down. I'm gonna row up and I'm gonna let myself down. Now, if you're a badass mofo, pull your left knee into your chest, pushing through that right leg, and then pull yourself up, lower yourself down. Pull yourself up, lower yourself down. You would do 6 on each leg, okay? It's either 12 on the bench. Good. Yes. Good. Get that nice rotation. Challenge yourself for 12 reps. Mochinha Jaya. Perfect. Drop your ass a little bit. Now bend your knees and walk your feet back a little bit with your knees bent. Good. Now, yep, straighten your legs a little bit more. Now, whoop, that's good. Perfect. Now pull, but keep your ass down. Do that 12 times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Don't row with your neck. Aim, bend in your left knee and drop your right hip down more. Good. Now kick me with your right heel. Good. Now we going back to them split squats, baby. Ten on each leg. Again, if you know that you need to rotate when you go towards the left, do it. Generally speaking, people don't need to rotate more towards the right, but they might need to push their knee out a little bit. Out on the right. Good. Make me believe you're getting on your left side, Margaret.
You mean my right?
Yes,
Or was it?
yes, no, right, you're correct, right side.
It's like, wait a second. I'm
Wait
doing
a
it all
minute.
wrong.
Yes, better. Drag on the hamstring. Good. Allow that midfoot to relax.
Stacey, what? I feel like I'm gripping through my toes.
Okay. Put a sock underneath your toes. What?
Something underneath my toes. Or should I like step on?
No, I would
hang
put,
off?
I would put something underneath your toes, like a sock or a mini band.
Okay.
Good. Rotate over your right leg a little bit, Ain. Good. One of my clients just got like, okay, so you know how you can get like neuromas and stuff on your feet when you don't like have your foot pressure, right? Whatever. Oh, she just sent me like she had foot surgery.
No. I get those. I'm not having surgery.
Yuck. Gross. Pulling on that hamstring, inhale. Good. Now, how far are you dropping forward with your torso, Ain? Yes,
I'm dropping way too far with my torso.
I know, but that was better, that last rep. Pull on your heel, open it up back there, and then work it. Good. Margaret, does it feel better or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I love it, Michelle. Make sure, let that weight on the right, drop your right hip down more. Yes. Then you have the choice. It's the one arm bench press or the chest press with the first step of the Turkish Get Up with a big inhale at the top position. What's everybody doing this weekend? Life?
Urging Evelyn's clothes because she's like a size 6 now or something. I don't know.
Oh my God, are you gonna just donate them to someone you know?
Yeah, we have all of these Facebook groups for, it's called like Buy Nothing. And so you just post like, I have this stuff to give away. And people are like, please, I'll come pick it up.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then there's me who, whatever, obviously like one kid was born at the end of like July and the other one was born in May. So like they both can wear the same clothes, but it's like, it's not long enough that you like want to put it in the attic, right? So then I have them like in boxes and bags and stuff. And then Eva just finds them and like tears them apart even when they're not fitting her and just be like, I got a new outfit. Oh, great.
I've got a 32-page trust document in my will to go through this again.
Oh, someone else is going through their
fun.
will too. Yeah. Get those ribs not to flare, Margaret. Okay. Good. Reach that shoulder blade up towards the ceiling. Ain. Nice. Good. Get that movement through the back of the shoulder blade, Michelle. Nice. Nice. Good. Good. The reaching all looks good. So we're going to do that sit to stand to the lateral hinge. It's like inhale to sit down. You're rotating over that leg. If you're hinging, you can use a heavy weight, straight down, reach down. If you're chopping down on the outside of that knee. Think about your ribs, left ribs coming over to the right side. You should feel obliques. Yep. Everybody does. Everybody needs it. Listen, if I've ever told you you have a rib flare in here, just raise your fucking hand. Because basically everybody has it. It ain't just you.
Like rib flare and a weird belly button.
Elise has the smallest belly button I've ever seen in my life.
I feel like that's, you're not even allowed to say that. And then be like, oh, but you can't see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
To be
she
fair-
she did have a baby. Maybe it changed it.
Did the baby take it with them when they came out?
Wait, did it change it?
No, did it take it with them?
Oh,
Like,
no.
yeah,
No, but now it seems, don't you feel like it seems more normal now, Elise?
Well, it seems because there's skin that's stretchy around it. So
Now it's like, yeah.
because it used to just be like
Pull
this.
it up, it's like, oh my God,
Like that's what it was like before.
yeah.
That's so funny.
Well, then there's me who like, I don't know. I feel like you could fit like, I don't know, a quarter in it.
I was just gonna say you could roll quarters in there. Or...
I'd be like, stack it up.
I felt like when I was pregnant, I finally found the end of it. You know, it's like a.
Yeah. Oh, you saw the end of it because it came out.
No.
Hey, Stacy, Allison has like 2 belly buttons.
She does?
She's got this like really tiny hole below her belly button that like isn't a real one, but it's like this random hole in her stomach. So we've always said she has 2.
Oh my God. The things that you find like that you notice about your body are crazy. So I went with Michelle's friend because we're in like a mentorship together. So like we roomed together when we went away and we're just both psychopaths. So we just talked about like all the weird things with like our feet or whatever. But she has like, if you look at her nose, you can
No cartilage in her nose.
yeah, she can breathe more through one side of her nose than the other. And it wasn't like she ever had like an injury or anything, but like one nostril is like huge and the other one's like not even like there.
Did you feel her nose? There's like nothing in there.
Oh, really? No, I
all
didn't. We didn't get that close that fast. So she probably was just like, oh my God, this bitch is crazy.
Your nose? It's just like
No cartilage on the tip of my nose. It's like totally soft here. There's no point. Oh.
Yeah, be lucky. That's what I say. I think my kids might have my nose, so that's always good. We're gonna do rows after that. So make sure that you walk your feet towards the wall. I don't even know what Anthony's nose looks like so smashed.
So funny. I hope my kids get some eyebrows, so that would be not my husband's eyebrows.
Why? What do they have? What does he have?
Doesn't have any, like he has like the faintest little baby little eyebrows.
Oh, well, my kids are gonna be like, I don't know. I'm scared.
I just look like my dad before his face got smashed in hockey. Like no one thinks I look like my parents, but it's like, oh, I do look like my dad before he lost all of his teeth and broke his nose 18 times. And
That's funny. You're like, here's a picture of him.
yeah.
Katie, bend your right knee. Heel heavy, drop your left hip. Good. Good. Margaret, reach your heel towards me more. Keeping the knees bent, Drea. Good. Drop your ass more. Good. Now pull. So Elise, I'm going to give you an option. If you want to do that one where we did that clean to the forward lunge, you could always do that.
I'm just gonna finish this, but
Yeah. Drop your left hip and yes, good. Get the stretch through the back of your right ass and push into your left hand harder. Reach your right leg back more. Yeah.
What's the breathing?
So it could be whatever you want. I'm not going to say that it has to be a certain way, right? If you're going really heavy, it's an exhale. If you want more expansion, it's an inhale. So I want to talk through, what'd you say?
I want both.
I know you can have both. So just think about today, what is it that you need? And then next time, do it the other way. I'm going to try something. If I was to get a block on the ground, put my hand on it. Are you going to do that one, Elise, or no?
no, I can just, I mean, I can move on with whatever
Okay.
order.
I have a lightweight near me. I wouldn't go heavier than 10 pounds. I'm going to find my nice position here. So if I have my knees down to the ground, I'm dragging up the wall, and I'm pushing through my left hand. Can you see how you have to be able to find your ribs and push with the hand in this position?
Yep.
Then you're gonna grab your weight, and I would not go over 10 pounds, and you're gonna inhale, fly. Inhale, fly. Inhale, fly. Yep. Elise, you could also do this. If I'm here, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just make sure your hips are forward. So I'm going to show you again. I have my block. I'm pushing through the right hand, dragging up the wall, and then inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I want you to do 10. So like Christine, yep, perfect. I want you to get those hips to come forward a little bit. Really reach through the hand so that I see that your shoulder blade isn't glued to your spine. Maybe walk your hand out a little bit more, Christine. Yep. Yeah, good. Your whole pelvis is not rotating. It's literally just your T-spine opening. Good. Let the hips drop forward and push through the hand so there's some abs as well. Good. Yep.
Ooh, that's tough.
Don't worry, we're gonna do it in another way, and then you can decide which one you like better, because there is a reason that it's tough. Then we're gonna try a side plank. Now, some of you guys, just holding a side plank is gonna be good enough. Just holding a side plank from your knees is gonna be good enough. But what we're gonna do, just like we did earlier, is getting a lengthened contraction with an exhale. Okay, I'm going to show you the hardest variation, and then I'm going to give you another option. Okay, so the hardest variation would be this. I'm on my bench. I have my right foot forward and my left leg back. See how I'm in a line here? I'm going to go like this. Exhale, find a stretch through my oblique, my QL, and I'm going to inhale, reach it back up. Both my knees are slightly bent. Exhale, drop, get a stretch. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Okay. Easier version, face the wall. You can be on your knees or on your hands. Bridge up and reach the top hand through the wall. So you want to just get far enough away from the wall that you can reach. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. I'm watching you. I'm yelling at you. Perfect. Now, I think you need to bring your left foot forward a little bit, Christine. Yeah. Now, watch as your hips coming down. I want you to exhale, empty from the bottom up. Michelle, get your legs closer together. Good. Let that hip get a stretch as much as you can, Margaret. Good. If you feel like your ass is going way far back, it probably is, and it's not going to be helpful, and you're just going to feel it in your shoulder. Inhale, reach all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, Christine. Bend both your knees, Ain. Bend them and bring your hips forward into a more tucked under position. Good. Allow your whole forearm to be pushing into the bench. Do you guys feel your obliques?
Here.
Yeah.
Good. Get all the way up high, high, high. Good. Don't let it be in your shoulder. Good. That'll work too, Michelle.
Luck this weekend. I gotta go.
Okay. Bye. Try the other side and just notice the difference. So Michelle, you're going to take your other leg in front. Yep. Good. Don't let them be too far apart. Yeah. Get that nice lengthening of the oblique and then lifting it up. But you're always pushing through the forearm as well.
I feel that in my ribs.
Yeah, I mean, wherever you're tight is where you're going to feel it. But you're doing the side plank one where you're reaching, right? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so think about what's happening. When you're reaching, you're opening up through the back side of the right side. when you're reaching with your right arm and you're opening up the backside on the left, right? And that's the kind of rotation that you need to have. So now we're gonna do a form of a bicep curl. It might mean that you take a sweatshirt and you loop it through a kettlebell and we do it. It might mean that you're on your knees and you're just bicep curling from your knees. We're gonna go nice and slow. It might mean that you're in a wall sit and you're curling for the girls, baby. But let's see how we wanna do it. So if I take a band or my child blanket and I loop it through a kettlebell, I can perform bicep curls with a 12 kg like this. Just don't hit yourself in the badge. Hold on, thumbs turn up, and I'm standing with my knees a little bit bent, and I'm just curling and then lowering down. Curl, lower down. I'm gonna do like, I don't know, 12 to 15, or I'm on my knees. I have 2 weights, 15. I don't know. That's probably the weight that I would use. And I'm gonna curl in a tall kneeling position for 12 to 15. But tall kneeling, you need to make sure you're in a nice stacked position. So that might look like this. Hips are forward a little bit and curl and down. Now, you look at yourself from the side and you're all like this, that's not gonna feel good on your low back. So think about letting your hips come forward and maybe leaning back a little bit so you get a little bit of a stretch to your quads. And your rib cage is not flaring. Yes, nice. Now, Elise, we're gonna go back to that fly, but I want you to do it in more of like a bird dog position with one leg reaching back. I'm gonna show you what it is.
I liked this when we did this, like, I don't know, a few months ago or.
Yeah. So the reason I think that people like it is a lot of us live on one side of our body more than on the other. And for a lot of people, it's like you're living on your right side, you can't get over to your left side, right? So when I have my lightweight and I get into like a bird dog position, I have both my hands on the ground and I reach my right leg back, okay? If you were looking at me from the side, I would not be able to lift super high and have hip extension. Like this would be, just bad. So here, big toe, pinky toe, heel, I'm pushing down into the ground and kind of pulling up the wall, right? Then I take my weight and I inhale, fly. Inhale, fly with my left arm. If I want to elevate my hand on the right, inhale, fly, exhale. Inhale, fly, exhale, I can do that. I want you to notice the difference. Most people need to push off of the right to get to the left. Good. Nice. Watch the nice position of your torso stacked over your pelvis. Try it with the other
way for me.
arm, Margaret.
What?
Try it with the other arm. So put your other hand down on the ground. Whatever leg is reaching back, put that hand on the block. Katie, switch the other way. Good.
Well, maybe I'm not going to fall over now.
Oh, that's better. I think you could probably do it with your hand on the ground, Christine. Nice.
Thank you. I gotta go teach.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Yep. Breathe. Good. You could probably lift your leg a little higher, Margaret. Now, you could do the bicep curl, or we could just finish with some of those like lateral hide-in chops. You like what?
Biceps.
Biceps, baby. Good. So think about when you're in tall kneeling, where is your pelvis? Where are your weights? If my weights are like way back here and I'm like swinging, I'm not going to use my biceps as much. So sometimes I can bring my arms in front of me and then really focus on the biceps, right? I think that the like this version helps you like not be able to cheat, but. So my heels are heavy, my knees are a little bit bent. Summer bodies are made in the winter. Just tell myself that. So let's just do a rock back ass relaxer. So if I grab onto a block and I know that my right side is super tight, that's the side that you're going to want to do. If I know that my left side is super tight, that's the side you're going to want to do. We're all a little bit asymmetrical. If I have a really tight ass, I can use an Eric's pad. If my tight ass is less tight than it used to be, try a block. I'm going to take my left knee on a block, and I'm going to make sure that if I'm in a tabletop position, my left hip is not hiking, right? So I'm on my left side, wrist to shoulder line. I need to drop this and not let it hike. Then I'm going to imagine my right knee dropping down towards the ground. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. And I'm going to just hang out here. I can feel a stretch through the middle of my left foot if I breathe. If I want more, and I want more of a stretch through the whole left side, like my low back, mid back, upper back, I can gently push through the left knee as I rock myself back, turn my palms up and sit back and just breathe in that position. But if I don't push away, then I'm kind of just like pushing probably into a hip that's too far forward, right? So I almost think sometimes even just hanging here is great. You need to be able to let it go first. But if you're always so tight to that whole side, then this is a great option. Inhaling into your back. Exhaling, emptying from the body. This is on the portal in the tight ass section. I think everybody who has a job that sits, anyone who's ever had a child, anyone who holds tension, basically every single person could benefit from doing these and just kind of like paying attention to, you know, how you sit. Are you sitting more just on one side with one leg crossed over, right? Can you get the muscles back there to relax, right? Because all the muscles that we want to be able to feel, they need to be on in a lengthened position, right? Instead of just being tight, 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 tight all the time. All right, happy Friday. If you are doing the nutrition challenge, there's a call tomorrow at 10. Maybe I'll see your face there. Bye.
I've got it.
Stay safe.